Today is day 32 of my fast, so I break it today. I just want to document some things while I'm still in it before I actually break my fast. So there's the good and the bad, and let's be real with both. Enjoying the view as usual. Let me just say, it is so delightful to fast in a place where it's warm. I can go outside in a tank top. I can just... It's good stuff. It is good. It is good. So, I just want to describe the good and the bad. Now, I fasted before on my own for about 10 days. It's generally recommended, for good reason, that you don't fast beyond about 3 days without supervision. Because, there's so many reasons. Sometimes you think you can go longer than you can, and you want to, and you have that ambition, you have that drive, you feel like it'll be good for you. But maybe a juice feast would be better, or just a 2-day fast, or a 3-day fast. After 2 days for females and 3 days for males, you start, your body realizes what's going on in terms of fast, and you switch over to ketosis. And that's when you really start burning through unnecessary, like adipose tissue, tumors. Your body starts to get nutrition and get fuel from unnecessary tissues. So that's why we clean up so fast, that's why you're losing a good amount of weight in the beginning, and tumors shrink and disappear, and all this magical attributes of fast. And it's a true fast, it's a water fast. Because on a juice feast, you don't really switch over to that. It's just a calorie restriction diet, and you do have a lot of energy that's freed up from not digesting, but it's not the same as a fast. So, the good and the bad. I'm going to start with the bad, okay? So, 32 days is a long time to fast. That is more than a month. That's more than a month. So, it's funny, I was losing weight really fast. It's typical to lose like 2 pounds a day. My body was really, really ready to get rid of my past, to get rid of excess weight, to get rid of all the issues. The first day, I lost 5 pounds. Second day, I lost like 4 pounds, just ridiculous. But I came here for very good reasons. So, I'll jump into that after, but I'll do the good first, because everybody wants to hear the good first. So, I'm really proud of myself. 32 days is a long, long time. And I'm so glad that I had the fortitude and just the direction and the strength and some people broke at 21, 25, 28. I went till 32, which is the longest that we could go here, while still refeeding properly. And refeeding is so important. People don't seem to realize how important it is. It is so important. When I did a 10-day fast on my own, refeeding is where I messed up. So anyway, that's why I'm staying for the walking tour, for the refeeding. So the good. I healed my adrenal fatigue. I'm so fucking proud of myself. Alright, the good. I have healed from a history of bulimia, anorexia, overeating, and just general abuse to my body, prescription drugs. I was addicted to AnastasiaRAW for a while. Recreational drugs. I actually had a detox period from LSD, and I did LSD like once, 6 years ago. So, just, you'd be surprised with what you're still carrying around in your body. Let's see. Yeah, so very, very, very good things. A history of just trauma. Some parts were really difficult because I was going through memories in my head, and, it's just you and your fast, in some ways, fasting this long is like being in a padded cell. I'm not even kidding. It's just you and the beautiful scenery. You can't go too far. It's just you and your head and your memories and where you want to go in the future. I'm pretty proud of myself that I was reiterating my goals and where I want to go every single day. I feel very much more clear-headed. As my body was clearing out, my mind was clearing out, which included a lot of toxic stuff in the past. A lot of abuse, a lot of terror in the home life, a lot of victim mentality as well, which I was surprised because I see myself as a positive person, but a lot of memories I had to work through. And there's no shortcut for that. So that's very difficult. But hey, I was thinking about it yesterday and I couldn't help but laugh at it briefly occurred to me some of the memories I had, and I was just laughing at them, so I feel much lighter, which is good. Became very aware of my mental processes. Sometimes I attach to thoughts I don't need to, and it's better to let these things go than to carry them around with you. Like limiting beliefs. Why fight them if you can just leave them? So that's good. So a lot of good. Now for the bad. This last week is when I really encountered some of the worst detox symptoms. This past week to 10 days has been very difficult, especially the past 2 to 4 days. I lost the sensation of when to pee. About 2 weeks ago, I would just pee when I thought I had to. And when you're drinking this much water, in the beginning I was peeing about 7 times a day. Now I'm peeing about 13 times a day. But still my mouth is getting dry and just, God, it's pretty awful. The nights especially are pretty awful. The taste in my mouth is just, it's nearly unbearable. I can only tell when I have to pee because I feel like I'm going to vomit. I feel really nauseous. And I can tell when I'm thirsty because the taste in my mouth becomes really unbearable. So, I don't want to forget how difficult this was and how difficult it is. So that was sort of interesting. This past week, though, I went through symptoms of UTI, which is interesting because I haven't had that many, but I've been on antibiotics for it, so I guess that popped up. A UTI is very uncomfortable. I had a very, very sore throat, mucus in the back of my throat, which didn't taste very good. But there was a year that I was living off of chocolate, so, all the artificial sweeteners, the dyes and everything. I'm not very much surprised. I mean, that stuff is toxic. With the amounts that I was having and with what I was doing with my digestion and just the purge cycle of exercise as well as, other methods, I am not surprised that I had out pockets in my intestines and they're probably healing. And definitely they're healing, which I'm super happy about too. I'm not carrying around that toxicity, but it's definitely coming up. It's a sore throat. A lot of people here have been having like food dreams and obsession with food, and I haven't really had that, but I did have a day 2 days ago where I was lying here and I was just thinking like, oh wow, chocolate chip cookies, like, yeah, maybe I'll go home and have that, like, just get a box and I'll just do it, just back into the mindset of when I was nutritionally deficient and my body was craving calories, which I've learned through the raw food diet that your body needs nutrition. You can't just survive on 600 to 400 calories a day of M&Ms or whatever because